can't talk entertainers without talking about one of the most entertaining events in the Keys, that being Fantasy Fest. Right now I'm going to share some video of some incredible floats that were designed by my next guest this morning, Anne Lorraine. Along with creating all of those exotic and elaborate floats, Anne was the artistic director for Fast Buck Freddy's for over 20 years. She was in charge of designing the beautiful storefront windows. So this morning you'll get to meet the artist behind the windows. Anne, it is such a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
My pleasure to be here.
And I am such a fan of your work. I've had so much fun watching your creations of floats over the past years, and these are truly, truly beautiful. Anne, I have to ask how long it would take you to design each float.
Well, I start thinking about it months ahead, but we don't really start building it until 3 weeks before the parade.
Only 3 weeks?
Yes. And it's with almost all volunteer staff.
Wow. So you just have a huge staff, and 3 weeks you can knock one of those floats out. I don't know how you can do it in 3 weeks. You have to dedicate 24/7 of your time to it then.
That's true. My partner, I've always had a talented partner working with me at Fast Bucks, and we adjusted our time to fit with the volunteers who didn't come all the time. They could only come part-time because they had jobs too. And we worked with them, and they learned to be very talented in helping us build them.
Now, what are these floats made of? Are they all made of different products?
Different things. You try to make them as inexpensively but as strong as you can, and lightweight as you can. And oftentimes you're using chicken wire and bubble wrap and spray glue and lightweight rainproof fabrics like tissue lame or something that will not disintegrate if it rains.
Now, obviously, you come up with this idea in your head, Anne, before it gets started. Does the final product normally line up with what you had imagined?
Very much so. I have always believed in models. I make scale drawings first, so that I know everything will fit and what it's going to take and cost to do it, and then I make a scale model like inches to feet, so that everybody that works on it can take a dressmaker's tape and measure around the thing and say, yes, that says 23 inches, so I have to cut 23 feet. So it's like, makes it easy for everybody.
Okay, so that's good though.
But you see what it's going to look like before.
Okay, so your creations do come out as you imagined them to be.
Very much so, yeah.
Do you have a favorite float that you've designed over the years?
Well, I have several favorite. The Devil's Octopussy was one of my favorites, and my bosses insisted that I ride it with them, so I got to be one of the devils that rode on the tentacle, and it came out very much like we wanted, and it was all manually operated, so it I felt it was very successful.
Great. Now, Ann, are you going to be creating any future Fantasy Fest floats?
Well, I'm working on one. It's secret, but for the moment. But I'm doing something for womankind, and it's going to not be as big as the ones we did with the giant machines and everything, but it's going to have a walking group, and we think it's going to be very nice.
Great. So any of the gigantic ones, so in the future, that we can expect from you?
I doubt I will be without. I had unique bosses at Fastbucks that had faith in my creations, and it would be hard to get a new person to allow me to get a machine and build a Conchosaurus Rex on it that goes 4 stories in the air.
Right. Well, you never know. Maybe someone will believe in that. And that's scary. You know, you did have someone up that high in the air. Did you ever have any accidents in the years past?
No, that safety was one of our biggest concerns, and we had the 30 people that walked on the parade with us. They looked like they were just dancing along in costumes. Every one of them had a safety job, watching for wires, protecting the wheels, so that we didn't have anybody. They couldn't have run into one of our giant tractor-wheeled floats because we got 4 big guys from the gym, each one guarding a wheel.
Right.
So nobody was going to run into that. We had generators fail, and had an electrician on Duval Street rewiring everything from 2 generators down to 1 generator, so that by the time we got on the main part of the street, we were timing our lights with our sound, with our motion, and made it work.
Well, good. Well, Ann, we're going to leave our viewers this morning actually with another quick clip of your Fantasy Fest floats. There, if you want to see the whole video of Ann's creations over the past 20 years, you can just find it on the website that you see on the bottom of the screen. And again, I'm such a fan of your work, so thank you for coming on, talking with me, and sharing these projects with us this morning.
Well, thank you.
If you want to see the complete video of Ann's designs from over the past 20 years, you can just check out the website that you see on the bottom of the screen. And again, thank you. It was such a pleasure to have you here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, enjoy some more floats from Ann, and please join me right back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and then again at 8:30 a.m. Take care, everyone.